Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Health, Energy, Resilience, and Sustainability meeting of the year. We'll call this meeting to order. Will the clerk please call roll?
Floyd,
Here.
Gabbard,
Here.
Driscoll,
Here.
Givens.
Here.
All right. Committee members, we have an agenda before us. So I have a motion for approval.
Move approval.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Motion passes. We also have the approval of the November 13th, 2025 minutes. Do I have a motion for approval?
Move approval.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion passes there as well. All right, our first item of today is the selection of the committee chair and vice chair. I've been honored to serve as your chair for 2 years. I'm still confused, yes. But I think we all have ideas about what needs to go on for this next year. I saw Councilmember Driscoll first.
No, I was waiting for you to finish.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Oh, I wanted to ask, so if Committee Chair Floyd would like to continue serving, I will nominate.
I appreciate that, but no, I think there's someone else who would like to serve, then I'd be honored to serve under, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Councilmember Gabbard.
So it's not often that I nominate myself. However, this is my 9th year going on to City Council. I've been on this committee every single year. I am also currently the chair for the Tampa Bay Regional Planning Council's Resiliency Coalition. This is a topic, obviously, that is near and dear to my heart, and would love the opportunity to serve. It has been a pleasure serving under you for the last 2 years. Your leadership is one that I would be honored to follow, and so I will put myself forward for a nomination.
Wonderful. I was going to nominate you, but both of your hands went up before I got a chance to speak. So that sounds great. Is there any other nominations? All right. Motion for approval of
Was
the
it a motion?
nomination?
I don't know if
We need
it's
yeah, do we need a
We
motion?
need the motion.
appropriate for me to motion when I did the nomination and it's for myself. Okay, so moved.
All right.
There we go.
Councilmember Gabbard?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Seeing no other requests for comment, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. Congratulations, Chair. Do you want to
Thank
change
you.
seats or what?
I don't think that's
All
necessary.
right. Yeah, I
No,
didn't think so
we're good.
either. Go ahead. You're in charge now.
All right, so at this time, we will open it up for nominations for vice chair of our committee. Nominations?
I'll nominate, or you go ahead. Go ahead.
Sure. I'd like to nominate, if he's willing to accept, Councilmember Floyd for the seat of vice chair.
Sure, I guess. Yeah. No skin off my back. I'd be happy to back up. Yes.
All right, so we have a nomination for council vice chair, Floyd, to be the vice chair of this committee. Any other nominations? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to serving with you. All right, so let's get right into our new business now. There is a item on the agenda that is a further discussion regarding the resolution supporting the One Community Grocery Co-op as discussed on the November 13th, 2025 HERS meeting. And because I am just now assuming the role of chair, I did not create this agenda. This was obviously my new business item when it came forward in November. So I will open it up to anyone who wants to speak on this item. Yes.
Madam Chair, if I may, thank you. In retrospect, I can see how my November vote could have possibly appeared to be a conflict of interest. So because of that, I am asking that we bring this back to the agenda as a new business item so that if it is the will of this body, we can hopefully vote on it again. And if we do, I'm going to be abstaining. So I just wanted to bring that to this body's attention.
Councilmember Driscoll.
Thank you. This is for legal. So would we need to have a motion to reconsider since the vote has already taken place?
Oh, we would not need a motion to reconsider. This would be what is actually considered renewing the motion, in which at a later meeting, you simply make the same motion that was made in a previous meeting because it's considered a different session. So you could simply
Okay.
make again a motion to approve the resolution without needing to call it a renewal or reconsideration or anything like that.
Okay, excellent. Well then, in that case, I was giving this some thought. I was a little confused as to why it was back
Yeah,
on.
Me too.
But I thought, well, it sounds like we're going to talk about this again. So,
Mhm.
and of course I was supportive and voted for the resolution and for the funding for One Community Grocery Co-op. Without rehashing the same conversation again, I was thinking about how the organization is, they're kind of in startup mode right now. And I always felt they could really use some help from the folks at the greenhouse, that this is something that could really expand the resources that the greenhouse acts as. And there really, it doesn't appear that there is anyone at the greenhouse who is well-versed in co-ops. And in talking with the One Community folks, it sounds like there's kind of a wall there. In addition to supporting the funding, I think it would be beneficial for everyone if there was someone from the greenhouse assigned to work directly with this group and learn together. Because this isn't the only time that our city will be taking a look at co-ops. This won't be the only one. And just looking at the future, I think it would be a great benefit to have someone at the greenhouse who is knowledgeable and can help as a navigator for this and future co-ops, but we've got to get them learning. So in addition to the funding, I'd like to have a commitment from the administration to have a person, one of our staffers from the greenhouse embedded with this group, if you will, so that they can learn along with them while still serving as that resource for guidance.
Good morning,
I'd love
Andrea.
I'd love to get that commitment from you.
Good morning, Andrea Falvey, Economic and Workforce Development. Be happy to make that commitment. So many of our service providers at the greenhouse work with nonprofits, and we can dig a little deeper to see. I know supportive co-ops is so important to me personally, so we'll be happy to see if any of the service providers that work closely with nonprofits have a particularly nuanced skill set and co-op support, and if not, we can certainly explore a partnership where we can bring that expertise in.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you see how this can be mutually beneficial for the city, for the greenhouse, and for this organization. So I really appreciate that commitment.
Not a problem at all.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, very good.
Sure, I'll go ahead.
Council Vice Chair and Committee Vice Chair Floyd.
Thank you.
Vice Chair, Vice Chair.
Yeah, we put this back on the agenda at request to have a brief discussion. I'll say from my perspective, I met with the co-op at the end of last year, which I had not had a chance to do before the last meeting. And it went well. We had a good discussion. We talked about what may come of this funding and what I would like to see. I know we have a resolution here, but I'd say that, you know, I'm not going to ask for any changes today or anything, but I just wanted to see like us have a discussion like a year from now about what the outcomes were is all. And we talked a little bit about what those outcomes might be. And, you know, membership changes and discussions about studying locations and what educational opportunities they went through with their membership as well. So basically, I'm just interested in, you know, if this moves forward today, just making sure that we get an update at this point. I'd say at the end of this year, beginning of next year. Well, I guess a year from when the funding actually goes out, depending on this moving through here in City Council. So that's what we talked about, and having a conversation with them, I think was my main impediment last time. And so I'm feeling more comfortable today and looking forward to the partnership.
Okay, very
Thank
good.
you.
Councilmember Harding, did you have anything? Thank you for joining us this
Thank you
morning.
for having me. No, I'm
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Well, to say that I am very, very happy that we are back with this conversation today would be an understatement. Coincidentally, the day that the agenda packet came out, I took a little field trip in Tallahassee to the co-op market there and met with their interim GM and just understanding about the impact that they have for their community, the long-standing sustainability that that market has had. He actually came from Michigan, where he had just set up another co-op market there, and they did that in collaboration with their city. And he really talked about how that partnership helped to set that up and how the continued partnership in Tallahassee, even though they don't get funding or anything like that, just having that collaboration with the community is so important to the overall goals of the co-op. And so as I'm leaving Tallahassee, then the HERS package comes out. And so it felt like it was a little bit meant to be. Very, very glad that we are here today. I want to thank members of One Community Grocery Co-op who are here today. Thank you for your continued commitment, continuing to strive and work with City Council to get where we are today. So with that, if the body so chooses, I would entertain a motion on the resolution.
So moved.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. Motion passes. We will take this upstairs for full council. Thank you. All right, so the last thing we have on our list for our quick meeting today. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
You're ready?
I'm
Okay.
ready for that.
So review of the committee referral list. Vice Chair Floyd.
Thank you. So I have 3 things on here I want to mention. 2 of them are mine. One of them is the item we just covered. Another, I didn't feel the need to contribute this to the last bit of conversation, but another reason why I had hangups last time was because of the definition of the item we just covered, municipally owned grocery store. I think our support of the co-op is good, and over time, if we can help get them stood up, that would be an excellent outcome. But I put this item in because I don't want us to pass responsibility off on outside members of the city to have to do all the work themselves towards getting a grocery store. So I would like to make sure that this stays on here. And I've got some ideas as to how we can learn a little bit more about the topic. And so I just wanted to mention that, and I'd be happy to, work with I assume Brian will still remain, but maybe not, whoever it is, and just bring a bit more to the conversation later on. So I wanted to mention that.
Absolutely. And, it's always difficult when council members
Yeah.
share
Mhm.
in an initiative and, we can't speak any other time. So I think there's maybe, and legal help me with this because I don't know how we would amend what is currently here, if that's even possible. But, I think that from the last conversation, I've reflected a lot on that, and I respect and appreciate, the spirit of the new business item that you
Mhm.
originally put in. And I hope that from my explanation of my interactions and
Yeah,
negotiations
understood,
with
yeah.
administration, kind of where we both are in this process. Would there be a world in which it could be changed, the verbiage, to municipally owned or supported grocery? Because the co-op, in my mind, the vision for that is that it is a municipally supported grocery, right? It's kind of the evolution of where we came through working with administration. And so it could be a either or conversation if we were able to just change that language a little bit.
And what language is this? Is
It's
this a
the
referral?
name.
Yeah, the municipally owned grocery store in food deserts. If we change that to municipally owned or supported.
I certainly think that the committee could make a motion to change that wording
Okay.
in the referral list to update it to what, or you could I think simply take one off and maybe add a new one. I think you could do it either way if you wanted to change the language. Absolutely think you want it to reflect what the conversation has evolved into.
Right. Because, and the reason that I was thinking about keeping it together and obviously keeping it on there is also in your request for us to bring back an update, right? On what is happening. And there isn't a standalone co-op item right now. This was born out of this work. So that was kind of my thinking. If we just kind of, I guess, massage the wording a little bit so that we were still exploring both options. And then we could leave it on the referral list for that update specifically on the co-op, and that could just go in the notes. That's a thought. So I'll hand it back to you.
Yeah, I'll say that that makes sense, especially with respect to having an item on here to get updates about the co-op as
Mhm.
well. And then I'll say what I was hoping to work on next was how the city could maybe delve deeper into this issue. I don't know if that means an external study, internal study, or something about market conditions and whatnot. So that way we don't leave it all just up to the co-op or outside partners.
Right.
And the outcomes of that information gathering could be beneficial to anyone who is interested in doing
Yeah.
grocery work. And so it would be beneficial to the city if we were to take the next step.
Mhm.
And it would be beneficial to the co-op or any private partner as well. And then that's the biggest gist of it. But I
Yeah.
think there's also like us delving into like what it would require from us. I think that is more in-depth study that we would need to do before we could even move in this direction. So
Right. What is your pleasure on the item? Like how do you want to address the item? Do you want to add an item? Do you want to amend the item?
no, I mean, we can change the name as you described, but like I don't know if anything else needs to come of that, but
Right.
whatever you're comfortable with as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would be comfortable with either one, and
Okay.
and I can make a motion as a chair, but I would prefer not to.
Okay, so I guess
I'll leave it to
we can just make a motion to change the name to municipally owned or supported grocery stores and food deserts. Yeah, so I'll
Okay.
make that motion.
Okay, great. So we have a motion. Councilmember Driscoll.
Just since we're changing it anyway, and this now includes so municipally supported would cover the co-op.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make
Mhm.
sure
because it's
I
kind of what it
understand.
evolved into anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that way, my hope is that means this will come up on the agenda more often,
Yes.
so that we can really keep these conversations moving and keep that
Yes.
support going for whatever lies ahead. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I agree with that. Thank you.
All right, very good. So we have a motion. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, very good. So we will make that change. And I know you had some others, so
Yeah.
I'll give it back to you.
Thank you. I have questions for administration. I thought I saw Claude in here or Maven.
Maven
Yeah.
is here. Claude, I
Just-
think, had to step out.
Okay, I just want to know a little bit about items 9 and 10. So item 9 is a report from administration on our ISAP energy consumption, renewable goals, and progress to date. I know we did have one discussion. I just wondered, we haven't talked about it in a little bit. Has there been any more information gathered? Should we sit down and meet so that we can prepare for another meeting for this on this topic?
Yes, I would be more than happy to
Easy
meet,
enough.
but I do have a progress update.
Oh, okay.
We will be releasing some community dates actually today on sustainability workshops. So next month in February, we're going to offer 3 workshops. They're all going to be the same workshop, but we're just offering different times to make sure we try to reach as many people as we can. Those workshops are going to take place at Boyd Hill, the Coliseum, and Boyd Hill, the Coliseum. I'm sorry, I'd have to check again for the last location. Oh, Obama Library. And what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to collect data from the residents to see what is most important on the integrated sustainability action plan for us to really start collecting data from. So we're really going to try to get some feedback. So that way later on this year, we're able to kind of come back to the HERS committee and be able to provide you what the residents think that might be the most important parts of those plans.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. I'll leave that with y'all and we can have that conversation later. So thanks for the update. And then my last thing real quick is I just wanted to know if what the status of the item 10 was in respect with the request for proposal.
Yeah.
I see you leaning in, Rob, so.
Yeah, good morning, council
ahead.
members. It's good to see everybody. So we've made some significant progress. I want to thank Mr. Tankersley and his team. They have done a lot of work on the scope of work. It's a pretty detailed scope of work. We've been working with procurement to take that scope of work and put it into the whole solicitation. I'm hopeful that it'll actually go out on the street tomorrow. If that doesn't happen, though, it should be within the next week. So we're very close.
Okay, excellent. And then is the intent, like, once we gather responses to have a committee discussion ahead of time?
We can,
I know.
we can have a committee discussion
Yeah.
or a full council discussion, and then we'll get the responses and we'll come back.
Okay.
to council.
Thank you. Yeah, I know that was what was at the urging of some of my colleagues in the full council discussion. So that's why I asked that question. All right. When you send it out, could you send a copy of it to
Absolutely.
us? All right. Thank you. I'd be intrigued to see that, as I know would many community members. All right. Thank you.
May I ask a follow-up to this since we're on this topic? So obviously recognizing our franchise agreement is coming up this year. And I know you all have been negotiating some sort of extension. We had a one-on-one in September, a one-on-few in September about that. What is the administration's plan? Is that going to come forward to this committee first for a conversation? Are you planning on bringing that directly to city council? What is the plan for that?
Well, we continue to work on it internally. I think there's a lot of work that needs to continue with Duke Energy on that. As we've discussed before, if the expiration of the franchise comes, we're comfortable with that. Duke is also comfortable with that. So we may go beyond that expiration date. But I think when we have a document that, we're comfortable with, we can come to committee and discuss that document. But I'm not sure what the timing is going to be. There's still a lot of work to do with Duke. And as we get into further negotiations, we'll have more one-on-ones and talk to you about how those discussions are going.
Okay.
And work through that process.
It would be my preference for that to come to committee before it goes straight to city council. So, as the chair, if you need me to put in a new business item, that is a staff request. When you are ready for that, we can do that. And then we can try to get that on the next available committee.
I'm very comfortable with that. And if we want to go ahead and just do that now, so it's
Okay.
on the referral list as a new business item, that's fine.
Okay. I'll get that in for the next meeting.
Can I just comment on that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to comment on that real quick and say, thank you to the administration. There is no urgency with this. We just continue. And I'm just glad that you've taken that tact. It's no reason for us to rush into things, especially if you're not comfortable at all. So I think we could accomplish a lot more if we do our due diligence. And so I'm grateful to hear that y'all are trending in that direction.
Anything else on this topic? No? And that was everything you had for
Yeah,
the
that was it.
referral list?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else for the referral list? Councilmember Driscoll.
Thank you. Just some notes on a couple of my items. The item 2 regarding the Neighborhood Resilience Collective for the Childs Park neighborhood, which was kind of a pilot for the Resilience Hub concepts. And I'm seeing, just looking at the notes, I mean, it's been a year since we touched on this, but nothing happened. And prior to that, the delay was because there was a staffing change. And so this is something I just don't want it to fall through the cracks. So I would like for staff to consider when they might be able to present on this and give us an update on that Neighborhood Resilience Hub. I think, this and a couple of other items here would be really nice for us to address before hurricane season begins, so that we have some clear direction on that and we can get some certain things implemented. Some of these are also important to the development of the budget for FY27. So sooner than later would be good on this particular item. And then I wanted to point out item number 7 is one of mine, and there's some overlap between that one and so I have number 7. Item number 9 is also about ISAP.
Mhm.
And so I would be supportive of removing my item from the referral list and, focusing really on ISAP in number 9. So I'll make a motion to remove item number 7 from the referral list.
Okay, any discussion on the motion? All in favor?
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you. And then finally, it's not my item. It's actually Committee Chair Gabbert's item number 4
Yes.
regarding the tree canopy.
Yes,
That is,
coming.
we need, yes, but it's been a year since it was
Uh-huh.
brought forward and we have not gotten that report.
Mhm.
It's been over a year since the storms and the time is now for that. I'm thinking about trees a lot as we're talking about the budget later today. And in light of the recent decision by the Pinellas County Commission
Mhm.
to reduce requirements regarding tree removal. So we've really got to put some focus on trees. So I would love to see that one brought forward sooner than later. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Absolutely, thank you. So regarding that item and 5, which is the continued conversation on the food forest program, I believe both of those are going to be ready to come very soon. So I will work with Maven and potentially be able to get that scheduled for the next meeting. That would be my goal. So just to give you an update on that. And then the only other one that I have on this list is number 8. And that is the Storm Squad initiative. And I actually was emailing with Dr. Dixon yesterday. And so we have had one meeting already. We're all pretty familiar, I think, with her work. And Erica Hall is here in the audience today. And so we will work very hard with her to bring that forward as well. They have some innovative technology for flooding some flooding monitoring that their funding is going to be coming up at the end of this year. And so we want to bring that forward for council consideration to talk about what that might look like going forward. So I will work with them to get that scheduled at a time that they're ready for that presentation. Okay. Anyone else for the referral list? No? Okay. Well, seeing nothing else for the body today, meeting adjourned. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chair.
Chair.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
We don't often get applause at committees, so we don't often get applause. What am I saying?